Your teen's addiction didn't start with them. It started generations ago with trauma that was never healed, only passed down. Today, I'm breaking down how generational trauma creates addiction cycles in families and, more importantly, how you can be the one who finally breaks that cycle. Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm Recovery Bridge, where hope meets healing. This message is for parents who've noticed a pattern. Maybe addiction runs in your family, a parent, a sibling, a grandparent. And now you're watching your teen follow the same path. This isn't coincidence. This is generational trauma. And understanding it is the first step to breaking the cycle. Generational trauma isn't just genetics, though genetics can increase vulnerability to addiction. Generational trauma is unhealed pain, dysfunction, and coping patterns that get passed down through families. Here's how it works. Your grandparent experiences trauma, maybe war, abuse, poverty, or profound loss. They never process it. They cope through drinking, shutting down emotionally, controlling everything, or numbing out. Your parent grows up in that environment, learns those same coping mechanisms, experiences their own trauma in a dysfunctional home, and passes that on to you. Now you're raising your teen with wounds you didn't even know you carried. Your teen feels the anxiety, the emotional distance, the fear, the unspoken pain, and they cope the same way, through substances. Addiction runs in families not just because of genes, but because of inherited behavior, inherited pain, and cycles of trauma that no one has stopped to heal. Most parents don't realize this. You don't have to directly traumatize your child for them to inherit generational trauma. You can be loving, supportive, and doing your best and still pass down unhealed wounds. This happens through emotional unavailability because you were taught emotions are weak, through overprotectiveness because you grew up in chaos, through perfectionism because you were never enough as a kid, through using substances to cope because that's what you saw modeled. Your teen doesn't need to hear your trauma story to absorb it. They see it in how you handle stress, conflict, and pain. They learn it from what feels normal in your home. And here's the hard truth. If you cope with stress through alcohol, if you shut down emotionally, if you're anxious or controlling, your teen absorbs those patterns. Even if you tell them not to use drugs, your behavior is teaching them that substances and dysfunction are how adults handle life. Here are the most common generational trauma patterns that lead to teen substance use. The addiction gene. A parent struggles with addiction. Even if you're sober now, your teen inherits both genetic vulnerability and learned coping patterns. Emotional neglect. You grew up without emotional support, so you don't know how to help your teen process feelings. They use substances to numb what they can't express. Perfectionism and pressure. You were never enough growing up. Now you unintentionally push your teen to achieve, and they use to cope with the pressure. Enmeshment and codependency. Without boundaries at home, your teen uses substances to escape emotional overwhelm or create distance. Unprocessed grief or loss. Your family never dealt with death, divorce, or trauma. The grief sits in your home like a ghost, and your teen feels it even if no one talks about it. So, how do you actually break the cycle? It's hard work, but absolutely possible. Acknowledge the pattern. Look honestly at your family history. Where did the dysfunction start? What coping mechanisms were passed down? Do your own healing work. You can't give your teen what you don't have. Get therapy, process your pain, and learn healthier coping strategies. Break your own patterns first. Talk to your teen about the family history. Not to shame them, but to help them understand they didn't start this pattern and they don't have to continue it. Model healthy emotional processing. Show your teen it's okay to feel, talk, and ask for help. Be the emotional presence you needed when you were young. Break the silence. Trauma grows in secrecy. Talk openly about mental health, addiction, and your family story. Create new family rhythms. Eat meals together. Prioritize honest conversations. Go to therapy as a family. Build new traditions that support connection instead of dysfunction. Here's the truth you need to hold on to. You can be the one who breaks the cycle. The trauma stops with you. Your teen doesn't have to carry what you carried. Their children won't have to carry what they're carrying now. Breaking generational trauma is the most important work you'll ever do, not just for your teen, but for every generation after them. Yes, it's painful. You'll confront wounds you've avoided for years. You'll unlearn patterns that feel normal. You'll grieve the childhood you deserved but didn't get. But on the other side of that work is freedom. For you, for your teen, for your family. When you heal backwards and forwards. You honor your ancestors by putting down what they couldn't, and you give your child a different legacy. Generational trauma is real, but so is generational healing. You can be the bridge that carries your family from pain to peace. This is Recovery Bridge. Resources are linked below. See you next week.